So I just feel like I want to talk to you a little bit more about this. So this is my totally let's throw everything in there bar the kitchen sink recipe. It is possible to make kimchi much more simply. So if you've got limited access to ingredients, this is what I want to say: 3 vegetables of your choice, rendered small, on a sauce which is going to contain salt, basically a heaped teaspoon per jar, plus garlic. For a whole bunch you want a whole head of garlic, a nice big head if you can possibly manage it. You're going to want a small onion and some sort of peppery equivalent, whether it's chili flakes like I use, or cayenne pepper, or paprika if you really can't stand the peppery taste, and a bit of ginger. Those really are your essential ingredients. Everything else, and so one more, raw honey. Raw honey, that really is so essential in my personal opinion. This is because I'm making it without using animal products the way that the Koreans do. They would use shrimp sauce and all sorts of things like that. It's good if you can get your hands on some tamari or soy sauce to add that, that's great. So you can make it with much fewer ingredients. It is perfectly possible, and if you don't like the spicy you can modify accordingly. In fact, over 500 years ago the Koreans made kimchi without any chili whatsoever. What really interests me is what the chili does. The chili actually has the effect of unlocking all sorts of nutrients in all the remaining ingredients in such a way that it becomes a vitamin rich thing. That's what you end up with. You end up with something very rich in vitamins. Find that a bit hard to get my head around, but that is what they say emphatically and repeatedly from different sources. So there we are. So now the next thing is to add the sauce. And this is always a great moment in the kimchi making, because it means I'm going to be putting a lid on after I've given it the mix. So now it's a matter of getting their hands in there and really mixing those ingredients. So what it is the salt has the capacity to draw water out of the cells of the plants. So little plant cells, because you're adding salt, it's a process called osmosis. What actually happens is that the water inside the cells of these plant fragments recognize, wow, it's more concentrated outside than in, so that means we're going to give up our water. So it's the giving up of the water that helps to break down the barriers and cause the miraculous process of fermentation to happen. And I find it really interesting that in North Korea they do everything really traditionally. They have a special kimchi place. They basically dig a hole in the ground and keep all their kimchi jars there, and of course the lovely earthenware containers that they use rather than glass jars like I'm using. And in the south they actually have created a special kimchi fridge, which is only available in Korea. You can't buy them anywhere else apparently, and it's warmer than a normal fridge. That's the thing. So if you do need to keep your kimchi in the fridge, because of course as soon as you refrigerate it you slow the fermentation process right down, and that means you'll keep that degree of flavour. If you just leave it in an ambient place, it will keep on fermenting and fermenting and getting stronger and stronger with the flavour, which of course is really good, but not everyone likes that. So if you do want to keep it in the fridge, you want a fridge with the very lowest possible cold setting to help enormously. So there it is, a little bit of this movement. And what is amazing, if you haven't done this, is I'm going to put the lid on, but I'm going to weight it. So I'm going to get my pressure cooker, fill it with water, lay that on top, and it's going to press. So it's a combination of the salt and the pressure and the time that's doing the magic. And yeah, look, already it's less volume now I've done all that. It'll be even less volume still after I've finished. Okay, thank you.